Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Virgo. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Virgo, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. Virgo, this is a healing time that we're going through. Planets are shifting. Planets are congregating in Pisces and shifting out into Aries. We have Saturn and Venus. Venus is moving out in about 2 weeks of this post. Venus should be just into Aries, and that's going to give us that desire to really focus on what we want for ourselves, give you that oomph to move forward and act on ideas and thoughts. All right, let's see where this reading will bring us, because oh, look at deck split. It's about the person most on your mind. See, we have Jupiter moving into well, it's already in Gemini, and then we have the Lovers card. So the timing is right. You're gonna make your choice. Choices are being made, whether it's you making choices or the person most on your mind making choices. Someone is definitely deciding. This one decided to turn over King of Pentacles, and then the deck splits on the Six of Cups with the Lovers. So we have that conviction. There's that conviction that we have a plan, we want to move forward. We're going with what we remember, what we love, and we're really holding on to the decision-making processes. We've decided already, or if you're not there yet, you won't be there. It won't be long until you get there. Virgo, just again, the deck just separates on the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, which is like the Queen of Pentacles. So that abundance and that patience, you've been patient, you're really working hard on what you want, and you're giving the time required. And here we have the King of Pentacles with our Knight. So your counterpart, the focus is on stepping forward into what you love, and really making the plans to see change and have that bravery. Making an offer, being patient will bring in that offer. If it is that you want to make an offer, timing will be right, because we saw the Jupiter card, we saw the Wheel of Fortune. So it's all in divine timing, where if you're expecting something, it's coming. And if you're looking for that confirmation to move forward, yes, timing is right. You can move forward. So again, it's about the person most on your mind. So they want to come forward if it is that you're waiting for them. And the spread shows the first card out is the situation between you. The second card is how you are dealing with that situation. And the third card is how the person most on your mind is. Just move things over a little bit here. Fourth card is how Spirit is advising you, and if you do follow the advice, then fifth card is how you're taking that advice, and the sixth card is how the next person is, and then final outcome, or the potential outcome rather, is this card. And then, of course, this is how you will follow through with that, and how the next person on your mind will. I'm using the Lover's Oracle as the oracle deck for this read, so we can get a deeper insight on the thoughts of person most on your mind. However, sometimes it may reflect your own thoughts, depending on if there's a cross watcher. We have the Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So we had the Prince, and that would make 6, and we saw the 6. So we have that ending up of a cycle. We're really overcoming, we're healing, we're feeling a little better. Springtime is coming again with the shift into Aries with Venus. You're going to feel better. However, we have Pluto and Mars that are opposing each other, so we're still struggling a bit. That's why we have the 5, because we're not out of the woods yet, but we're not far off. And here we have the 6 of Pentacles. So we're seeing a lot of 6s, and that is where we're just reaching over that point of no return, where we're starting to see the light. We're starting to feel better. We're starting to get a grip on what it is we really want. And here we're looking at fair treatment, or bringing things back into the balance because they were out of balance before. We have the Page here, the 3 of Wands. So again, it's looking forward to, and we're wanting to bring things back into the balance so we can overcome that sense of loss, that sense of loneliness, because you may be feeling a bit lonely, or you have been. But that's going to change, because we see the King of Wands with the 3 of Wands, and that brings us to the 4. So it's going to be some form of celebration where, if not within yourself, around a certain other person, which would be the next person most on your mind, you've come together, or you want to celebrate being together, or you will find that they will come to you. Again, we saw the Prince of Cups with that cup, so an offer is on the way, and he is quite excited to come to you, because we have the 3 of Wands, where we're looking forward to it. So they're looking forward to seeing you. They're wanting to overcome whatever loneliness or distance that there may have been between you. They want to overcome that. They're really taking control of how they feel and what they want to say, and if there's been blockage, it's going to ease up, because we have that Ace of Wands there to show that the 9 of Wands becomes a 10. So blockages will be over. That feeling of I have to take control, or I have to be in control, that is going to dissipate. It's a sense of reasoning here. We see with the butterfly, we have that transformation where the mindset changes, and we're able to release that feeling of I have no control, or I want to control. It's an acceptance of I don't have control. It's that understanding of I need to see past my own ego. It's going to be deep understanding that's coming from here. Well, coming from these cards, it's showing that there is a healing. There is a healing. And again, with Jupiter shifting, I keep saying Jupiter, with Venus shifting, then Jupiter has more of a hold in Gemini, and this is where the communication is going to open up, because we see that here. The blockage is in communication, and that's going to stop. That is going to dissipate. Here we have the King of Swords. So we're really determined, and we have that passionate side of us, where the words may be very well passionate, or the sentiment of wanting to be around you they're determined. They're not giving up. They're not giving up. And here's where we see the swords are showing up more now, with the 8 of Swords, where we're changing the perspective. We have the courage. We have the courage to. Someone has the courage, and it could be the person most on your mind if it's not you, Virgo. Or you're dealing with air signs. We have fire signs, we have air signs, we have water signs. Either way, we have earth signs. It really depends on who you're dealing with. It doesn't really matter what sign they are. But it's a question of coming round again, having what was in the past, coming back into the present, but with a sense of renewal, a sense of understanding, a sense of change. We're not going to overthink anymore. We're going to really put a focus on communicating, and this is where recognition comes in for either yourself or the next person, for the changes that they're really working hard or you are working hard at making. You will have a victory, and the conversation will prove to be a celebration or a time for celebration. In other words, you're looking up, it's looking good, it's just a little bit more to go. Wherein that we see the 9 of Wands, where we have to put that extra effort in. And here we see the Tower. So it's about change. It's about how you see each other. It's about how you communicate with each other. That's what's changing. And here you see we have the distance. So you're far off, or you're keeping your distance, or you want to speak to the person most on your mind, but you're waiting. You're waiting for them. You're not. You want to have that connection, but you're not rushing in. You're using your experience to be patient, where we saw the Empress. You're being very patient, Virgo. However, you are poised, you're ready, you're open, you want to communicate, you're waiting for them to come to you. They are at the end of a dilemma here. They're seeing an end, or they've ended something, or they come to realize this again with the truth. They want to speak to you, or they want to bring things back into the balance, or they want to step forward, they want to release, they want to transform, they want to talk about the change. They want to talk about changes, they want to make changes, they want to have that communication, they want to complete something. Here we have commitment, and Spirit is saying to be open to that commitment and allow for the next person to reach this, to the equal ground here. Again, with the 6 of Pentacles, bringing things back into balance. Spirit is asking that you be open, and that you show your commitment, as well as to them, that they should do the same. Yeah, you're taking that step of leadership. You're taking the positioning. You're putting yourself into that mode of, I know what I want and I'm going after it. Again, when Venus turns over into Aries, you're going to feel more and more of that sense of responsibility for yourself, but you will want to have that commitment as well. You feel more confident in going toward that commitment. They are remembering how it was. They are feeling very emotional about that. This is 8 of Cups here, so they may want to leave. They may want to either leave or come back, depending on the situation. If you're dealing with someone who's on the way out, well, it's a question of them wanting to move on. Or if it is that you have a conversation with a person who you haven't seen for a while and they want to come back because where they were, they've completed a cycle and they want to start something new. There is a commitment there. There is a commitment. So if it is that you're thinking that they're on the way out, they may very well turn and say they want to come back to you. Only you will know. Again, it's a question of overcoming a sense of loss, or that feeling of I miss you, I want to come back to you. We've been away for too long, is where I'm getting that. Here we see the High Priestess. So again, it's following the instincts, following your intuition, and being silent and going within and really probing around what you feel and where that commitment you want to take it and how far you want to go. That's how this is going to play itself out. You are very willing. You're very willing. You want to start something new. For them, you are their happiness, and they want to come back. They want to come back. They want to overcome. Again, it's another 5. So we're getting there. We're getting to the end of a cycle, and it's just a question of timing and being emotional and being open and allowing them to have their space and giving them that opportunity to feel what they do feel. And then, of course, when you communicate the wisdom, that experience that you have with how you feel and what it feels like to be alone or left out, that is where you hone in on that commitment, and your strength and your sense of responsibility is just going to overflow into them understanding that maybe they do want to come back to you, they do want to stay with you. It's really depending. Yeah, some of us are seeing that relationships are ending. Some of us are feeling that it's not happening. It probably is for the best. If you don't have that open communication, then yeah, they're going to want to leave, or they're going to, that'll be their confirmation that they're alone and they're feeling alone. They're remembering, and don't forget, this is a memory. This is memory about how things were and what they are looking like now. Is it's either they want to leave for good or they want to come back. It really depends on your situation. However, the 5 of coins, it could be it's just that they're feeling alone, they're feeling lonely, they're not getting that communication with you, or they're not feeling that connection with you. Only you will know. Let's see what their thoughts are and how they want to go forward with you, if they want to go forward with you. I thank you, Spirit. Why do I feel this way? So it could be just that they're questioning their feelings on, I am the man. Oh boy, somebody has an ego. Somebody, or maybe they're remembering how that played out. No one understands me but you. So there is that tug of war of, should I go, should I stay? One more. I was hurt by you. Again, that ego trip. They're feeling the loneliness. They're not sure what is the truth. They're not sure about what that is. And this is where conversation needs to happen. This is where that sense of, okay, I want to heal this. I want to overcome. And we have the 3 cups laying down, and we're very focused on that, but we still have the possibility to rekindle something, is where they're feeling that tug of war with you. So you may want to have that conversation, Virgo, with the person most on your mind. On that note, I thank you again for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Virgo, love and light.